Diplomatic connection established.
Good morning, everyone. No, not Wrath of the Righteous. Yeah, Wraith. Not yet. Not yet. Details of my experience with Wrath of the Righteous is currently under embargo. That's a word we haven't heard around these parts in a while. But, yeah. Good morning, everyone. So, what I gotta tell you? Oh, you might see this guy off the corner here. He's just hanging out for a little bit. This is, he's a little dusty. This is, what size dragon is this? Gargantuan? Could be gargantuan. He's gargantuan-sized black dragon. We use him for all our draconic needs around here. My wife dreams of draconic giant dragons. Yeah, he's I guess he's alright. He's an alright dragon. So yeah, we got a couple things going on here today. So we're gonna be going in to our Pathfinder Kingmaker campaign, and it's very likely this is gonna be it. I know I said that yesterday, and I said that the day before. But the fact is, I just don't know how much time is left. It honestly feels, if it's much longer, they're dragging it out a bit. No, dragging it out. Anyway, no. We collected the 3 things for the storyteller that should allow us access to the Lantern King. Now, this means 1 or 2 things. Hey, Commander Faceless, thank you very much. 8 months of being a follower of Asmodeus and the old man. Thank you. We won't say which is more important, but thank you. Much appreciated. That support. Need it very badly these days. So, what I think is going to happen is going to be 1 of 2 things. We're going to grab the final thing that we're looking for, the apology, and another fight's going to start. We're going to clear that fight, talk to the storyteller. He's going to lower the barrier. We're going to go in, fight the Lantern King. That's one option. Maybe there's not going to be a fight when we pick up the thing. Maybe maybe he'll just show up and go, "Oh, do you need to rest? I'm going to break it." He could do that. Either way, we're going to wind up going into another area, our palace. There's a possibility they might turn our palace, our capital building, into another final dungeon where we have to fight through the dungeon and then eventually get to the Lantern King. I don't know. Not too sure how that's going to be. Like I said, it could be a half-hour stream. It could be 5 hours. Regardless, I am absolutely positive this is going to be the last Pathfinder Kingmaker stream. And if we get to the 5-hour mark and there's still a lot of content, there's still content left, I'm going to keep on going. I'm going to keep on going. We're going to go into overtime. Until 5 o'clock, at least, when my wife will say, "Get off. We have to go and play Wrath of the Righteous." Let's see. If I end early, now this is the important thing. Yesterday I said I was going to stream another game, but I said I was going to come in with a little bit of news. I was contacted to do something I haven't done in a long time. And some of you haven't been around for when I used to do this regular, and that is do a written review. And I had always said I would dust off the old brain box and do written reviews if it was a game that I was really excited about, or I really wanted to, or I thought that was important to review. So I can't. Yes, that's the question. I am under embargo for it, unfortunately. You can draw your own conclusions. But I'm going to be buckling down over the next several days and trying to get that review ready. And I'll be posting about it when I can. So that means as soon as this stream is over, if there's any time left over, is it an evil review? I don't know. I don't know what kind of review it's gonna be. Who knows? If it's an RPG, you can bet I'd probably try to recreate my favorite elf character. I usually do that in RPGs for reviews. So you can bet your biscuit. I'm gonna try to my best to get that content ready for you guys when and in front of your eyeballs as soon as I can. Evilly lawful or lawful evil review. That's always a good question. But in the meantime, we got a kingdom to finish saving. So again, if we get in here and we're like, oh, 10 minutes, I guess that's the game. I'll take some time. We'll go through the denouement of the game. We'll talk a little bit about it. I'm gonna at least stream for an hour today. So if it really, if we wind up being, oh, we're done in like 20 minutes. I'll think of I'll pop up Wildermyth, I think, and maybe show you guys that if you haven't seen it. Wildermyth is a really cool game. So here we are. We just beaten these Jabberwockoos. We got a bunch of stuff. Akbo just going and grabbing that stuff. Oh, we got Jabberwock Shadow Skin. Okay, we're gonna send Val over. Oh, come off it, Val.
As you order.
Ugh. I sell them. There's the third fragment of the apology. Oh. That's weird. I thought for sure the storyteller would make an appearance. Maybe I had to go. Oh, maybe I had to go back. My brothers are long gone, but today of all days I miss their advice and support. Well, that's kind of sad. Let's see invisibility back up. What do you think you're doing? Thale? I think it might be. God, I hope I get a chance to rest again. Yeah, storyteller's down here. Okay, good. Magervarn. Kagar. I love how this, like, lizard man showed up, even though, like, we're like, okay, we fixed the lizard man's problems, now we're leaving. I'm kind of excited. Here's the fragment of the cup. Ah. Third. Yes, this is the last one. Prepare yourself, your highness. With the third fragment, the barriers of your castle will fall. The Lantern King will be waiting, ready to give you an audience. Alright. Chances are, we should rest. Of course, but please do not forget, time is running out. Yeah, I know. Time is... And cues the epic final fight music. There you go. Crazy stuff. This one. Sovereign. Look, we still got 17 days and 5 hours. Honestly, I think we made good time. Now, with so much time left, this might not be the final fight. We might have to go through a dungeon and, like, do a lot of, like, running back out through. Alright, let's buff up. Yeah, we're gonna spell up for sure. Now, given the Lantern King's nature and methods, hey, Chaos Geek, I'm expecting maybe a couple of different. I'm expecting the final form trope, and I talked about this before, where we might have to fight several different versions of the Lantern King. I just don't know. We'll see. We're gonna put freedom of movement's up. Oh, did they? No one told me. If that was said in my chat, I didn't see it. So I guess that solves that mystery. I was just speculating whether we'd have to go through a dungeon or not. Okay, let's get these spells up. Don't worry, PS. Here's a good rule of thumb. Whenever it comes to potential spoilers, ask questions of the streamer first. Instead of saying, hey, you know this already, or did you get to this point? Because that's laden with potential spoilers. Say, what do you know about when you go to see, what do you know about what's about to happen? Like, what do you know what is going to happen when you go to see the Lantern King, when you go past this barrier, for example, is how I would word it. We just got to be mindful of what we say, and you'll get the same information you're looking for, but one way you don't risk spoiling the stuff. And I wouldn't feel too much of a douche. It was one of the possibilities I speculated. All right. Let's see. All right, we're gonna drop. These death words are only gonna last like 5 minutes. Yeah. Well, we'll use these scrolls right now. I hear you, Zug. I'm busy. What else we got? Potions of displacement last 1 round per level. Let's see. Large person. Minute per level, but that's not gonna last too long. Visibility. Not gonna matter. You know what? We'll give her protection from arrows. Give her Gongar protection from arrows. We'll give Thale protection from arrows. Yeah, not gonna last too long. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Akbo's. I don't think Akbo's gonna be much use in this final fight, but we'll see. Because getting past, we don't have anything that can stop him from being feared, right? So what's the point at bothering at all? Ooh, that is a good call.
Request.
Protect, communal energy protection from fire. And electricity. Why both? Lantern King made of fire. Lantern King's boss of all Will-O-Wisp. There we go. All right, you know what? We're going to hit that save button, and we're going to go in from here. we might have just wasted a bunch of spells. I don't know. The guy's probably going to do, like, I'm going to talk a lot at you. Maybe we could just talk him out of the fight. Wouldn't that be great? Like, why don't you surrender? And my poor house. Lantern King. Oh, there he is. Your footsteps echo from the ceiling of the ravaged throne room. The sound attracts the attention of old Rebus, slouching on the steps of the throne. He looks up, shakes his head slightly as if displeased, but keeps silent. Nothing betrays the mask of a deity in this hunched man.
Words, words. How little value we attach to them.
Chickadee.
And how much they truly mean. But I've grown tired of words and prophecies. I will no longer predict chaos and death. Instead, I will show them to you, myself.
Okay.
Oh yes, the time has come! The time of fate and curses!
Oh no. What do we got? Vilder Ravens? Alright, so yeah, there's the Lantern King. Jeez Louise, how are we gonna start this off? Gonna save my polar rays. Well, that sucked. Well, hold on. Empowered, quickened. He's making those saves, damn it. That bodes ill for us. There we go. That's what we like to see. And here comes the Vilder Ravens. Shit.
Unworthy.
Oh, terrible. Val's doing her thing. You know what? I got a whole bunch of them, and I'm gonna use them. Let's see if we can use every single scroll of mass heal during this fight. Oh, I should drop a summons, though. Fuck it. Get those boogeymen out. Extend. And power. I'm just thinking they're gonna drop Quaid and Octavia so quick. Woo, boy. She got him with the sneak attack. Oh shit, I'm a dum-dum. That's a very good question. What was that? I'm gonna try to get rid of these Vilder Ravens super quick. Not many of them left.
I'll cut you. Die for me.
Okay. Wade should have another turn before the Lantern King. We just gotta make sure he lives. Okay, good, good. Good job. Oh. Oh, thank goodness. You know what? She's got a turn.
Wretched things.
I'm gonna turn off my power attack for this. Alright, Quaid's gonna move out here. And he's gonna use a scroll of mass heal. There we go. Let's see. Shit. Gongar might as well touch a fatigue this guy. Just. Oh, a terrible hit.
Despicable.
Should have done a harm spell on him.
Let us strike as one.
Honestly, Valerie should not be bothering with her Jeez, what am I gonna do? Quaid is going to cast Shield of Law. Here it comes again. Whatever he's about to do, he's gonna do it again. He just used an ability called End Everything. He just dispelled all our buffs. He just dispelled all our buffs. Time to rebuff, I guess. All right, one form down.
You don't seem to like my curses. Maybe you like my jokes better?
Are we facing the old gnome? Yeah, there he is, the Lantern King as the old gnome. Oh wait, no, there's a whole bunch of the Lantern Kings. Jeez. Now I want to investigate. Fighter. This one's Bard and Fae. This one's Fighter. This one's Fighter. This one's Fighter. Probably the Bard. Bard is the real one. Not that I think we'll probably have to kill them all. Shit.
Cannot hide from me.
Oh, that's bad. That's real bad. Quaid's probably not gonna make it.
Do not hold back.
Oh, At least Quaid made his will save. Damn it. We got here. For what it's worth, we'll cast greater invisibility on the boss. Goodbye, Akbo. Dropping those phantasmal killers. Looks like we're gonna use another mass heal. Hold on. Do I have another Quicken Metamagic Wand? That's just sitting around. Lesser Quicken, Greater Extend. Quicken, right there. This is important. So first off, we're going to use... There we go. Then we're going to put on the Quicken Metamagic. What do I want to do? And I could try a Dominate Person. Jeez Louise. You know what? I'm gonna try dominating one of these jokers. Wait, did I successfully dominate him? Oh my god, I did! They can all see invisibility, which sucks. What's wrong with the dog? He's staggered. Shit. We're gonna try something a little unconventional. Missed! Needed a touch attack of 4, we rolled it 2.
Nowhere to run.
Oh! That killed them all. Alright.
The time for laughter has passed.
Form 2.
The hour of hunt and chaos.
That's bad. Oh man, it's a bunch of wild hunters. That sucks. We need Sail to use a heal on Quaid. Let's see. No, Quaid gets to go first. So we're gonna have the Skelly Squad show up. She still has a harm channeled. Bring them all. Okay. I'm gonna use one of my... heal spells. Oh, mass heal, mass heal. And you know what? We are gonna drop another quicken. And we are gonna do targeted dispel on this Lantern King. He didn't have any spells. Isn't that great? Ah, there he goes. There he goes. Bye, Ogbo. Jeez Louise. Where'd he go? Oh, there's a monarch. Wait, which is the Lantern King? What? Whoa, what's wrong with... She's paralyzed. Shit. Oh, man. That's what I was afraid of. Shoot. I don't know, guys. This might be a little too messy. The Monarch right here. Is Valerie blinded? Oh, come on. All right. Do another quickened and empowered. Drop another chain lightning. Where the hell is Quaid on this initiative? Why is it so far away? Oh my god. Oh, heck in a handbasket. More Skelly Squad. For all it'll do. Good. Go after the skeletons and the boogeymen and all that stuff. What I like to see. Alright. God, if you could take that Monarch out. He took the Monarch out. And then he's firing on the Lantern King. We're gonna have the Lantern King. How many times per day can I do this? Oh, just one quarry at a time. So he'll have this guy as his quarry. That's good. I honestly think we might be best if we kill the Lantern King. I don't know. Barely done any damage to him, though. You know what? We're gonna risk it for the biscuit. No. 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 He needs to get down there and start doing damage. Good! They're all phantasmal killing each other. Great. Alright, once again, we are going to use, well, first off, I'm gonna make sure that Quicken is off. Cast a mass heal. There we go. Should get Octavia. Octavia's still paralyzed. Huh. Do I have... My god, do I have a remove paralyze memorized? I sure do. There you go! Yeah, well, I didn't think that was gonna happen, but, you know, ports and storms, huh? Man, brutal. We need more summon meat sacks. Because this isn't even his final form. Guaranteed. She's paralyzed again. What has happened to Valeria? I mean, Octavia.
Onward!
Very strange. Saving those frigid touches for his final form. Yeah, it could be a fort save thing. Alright. I hate doing this. Alright, that's fine, that's fine. Boogeymen are going away. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Son of a bitch. Well, jeez.
Advance!
That's cheating. Wait, is that him over there? there he is.
Cannot hide from me.
Going after Ogbo, because he's a hero. Those frost giants are the ones I summoned. They're my frost giants. Well, hold on. Weird. Yeah, no, they're my summons. Yeah, they're my summons. Hate bringing both my fighters down here. We remove paralyzation on Octavia. She's paralyzed again. Aw, man. Those frost giants are actually attacking us. Okpo getting in on this fight. Good, good. Valerie needs healed, though. No. Blade Bear is a bad idea right now.
Unworthy.
There you go, it's something. Should have healed. Okay, let's see if we can end this.
Nowhere to run.
Terrible hits. We need more bodies on the floor. Another form down. Oh, we gotta regroup and heal. There he is! As soon as the Horde Hunter's body disappears in the fire, the destroyed throne room is flooded with light. The Lantern King, in his true blazing form, appears in the middle of the room. His furious mask is ringed with fire. The games have ended. Time freezes like resin, trapping you and the Eldest in amber light. And this light grows brighter. The rays pass through you, pierce you, ruthlessly bearing your most intimate secrets, fears, and desires. Something inside you resonates with the light of the Eldest. Your curse. It's like the splinter of an arrow that remains in the wound, a slow weapon crawling towards your heart. As soon as the rays touch it, it begins to heat up, and then burns with intolerable pain.
Time for masks is over. You risk challenging Eldest, and I accept the challenge. You will fight not a mere embodiment, but my true essence. This is my essence. I don't need magic or servile monsters to destroy you. Words are enough. Yes, words. I once told you, words spoken in the right time and place possess the power of the storm. You lightheartedly answered that you know your power and essence are.
Uh-oh.
The desire to make the world live by your rules. I remember your answer. The world remembers it too. Your answer, your heart, your essence. Now, cursed king, I'm taking this part of your soul, as I took away Nerissa's ability to love. What you called your essence is yours no more.
The words of the eldest fly towards you like an arrow, ready to give new force to the curse that's already torments you. But you have an instant to reply. Bluff. I could bluff him. And why do you imagine I told you the truth back then, eldest of mischief and lies? Perhaps you were the one who was fooled. One who can be fooled so easily has no power over words. I think we're gonna go with this, because I think I can automatically succeed. A wave of pain comes crashing down upon you, but recedes quickly. You cannot tell whether you were protected by your words or something more. The essence of your soul, by the attack of the eldest, was parried.
Let us continue. We both wear the crown. But what do you want? A meager patch of land, a few thousand souls? My dominion is chaos and magic, madness and deceit. Your power is nothing compared to mine, and that is why you are helpless before me. You will take my every blow as a divine punishment, as something imminent.
I know enough about divinity to say that you are no deity. Don't try to scare me. You don't possess that sort of power. It's a knowledge religion 45. I've got a plus 31. Plus 31, plus 34. I know enough about magic and sorcery, so don't try to threaten me. All you are the most treacherous monster I've ever had the chance to defeat. Oh!
You will insult me with this.
The curse burns inside you, nearly unbearable.
I'm curious what you think of me, cursed king. Do you see me as a villain or a simple joker? In truth, well, you'll never be able to conceive of the truth. Being an eldest means being one of the many strings that hold the world in place. Being an eldest means being such a vast and self-sufficient value that one's equals become strangers and one's inferiors are entirely insignificant. I am an eldest. Laughter, guile, transformation, that's what I am. Being what I am, I will let you feel a modicum of my loneliness. I will take away your pillars of strength.
You already took away Miri. You've lost all support. You face the deed alone. Silence hangs over the ruined throne room. I'm sorry. Did my party just die? You don't have the right to take anything from me, eldest, but I have the right to retrieve what has been taken unfairly. The blinding light flashes away, frightened like a living creature. The blistering metal of the curse cools. It still hurts, but the pain is no longer bearable. You stand before the eldest as before a living star. He looks at you if he sees you for the first time. Man, I do not know if I'm going to be able to fight this guy on my own if I have to.
Good. You can play with words. Let us see if you can withstand the heat of my fire.
You cannot stand against me.
Oh no! There's the gang. Oh, he gets to go first. Are you guys gonna get to go? Champion of the game of words? The hell does that do? I mean... Oh yeah, they're there on the battlefield, all right. They're just way back here. Immolation Curse. You played a game of words against, you get a +4 on your saving throws. Soul Leaders it is. Do I not? Oh, there we go. Akpo going in. Dropping a blade barrier. We're gonna use Quarry on the Lantern King. Can we do it? Gundai's gonna go over here, start taking his shots. Gonna do a haste down here. Did we get the haste? I don't think I did. What's going on? Okay, wasn't able to interact with the rest of the party. That was odd. Sorry, Akbo. We're gonna do an empowered cone of cold at this guy. Well, it hit him. 43 damage. Oh, Jesus. Time to dig out another one of those scrolls of mass heal, I think. There we go. For what it's worth. Well, hold on. We got a better plan. Another communal versus fire on everyone. Mitigate that damage. Good. He couldn't die out doing lots of damage on him. Octavia. For all that it's worth is going invisible. We're going to try to hit him with a polar ray. 93 points of damage. -2 to his dex. That was fantastic. Val is going to go right here. You know what? It's unlikely. Oh, you know what? We're gonna do? We're gonna cast spell resistance on Quaid. Yeah. Oh shit! He just bowled over us. And Quaid is on the ground. He didn't provoke an AO. Dictum? No, it's not gonna work. It's very likely. Very likely. I mean, I don't know if this is going to do anything on him, but we're going to try. Akapo actually dealing damage here at the end of time. We're going to try something daring. "75 points of damage on the Lantern King with a harm spell. Can Ikundayo bring it home?" So close. Octavius standing up, trying to get another polar ray on him. "100 points of damage from Octavia, killing the Lantern King. Few have had a chance to see a star die. Spots of cold, lifeless darkness cover the fair ivory form of the Lantern King, growing, devouring, and with a dull moan settling onto the ground in a coal out of coal black dust." I don't know. We might have to fight another form. Fuck. But a moment later, right where the eldest crown lay burning, another shining image is born. It grows, glowing, turning into a familiar silhouette, wearing a crown.
What a refreshing feeling. I don't remember sensing dust lenny.
The Lantern King freezes. His light flickers strangely. And his masks begin to change with incredible speed. One breath, and you are looking upon a horrible grimace of wrath. Another breath, and it's replaced by the playful astonishment. Another, and it's a mask of a fatherly care. For those who didn't hear, defeat, what a refreshing feeling. I don't remember sensing it for a dozen millennia. Kind of hard to hear through his crackling, eh?
But what's next? How will you end this story? Listen, I know. Elegant and refined. The hero defeats a deity in battle. Impressive, he grants the victor power and immortality. The hero enters the chambers of the deity to become his champion and herald. Eternal, powerful, equally glorified both in the first world and in Valeria. His kingdom healed from its wounds and flourished under the rule of the immortal champion. A beautiful ending, isn't it? And this legend is yours for the asking.
Oh, no. Finish him off. Are you sure I can't kill you? I think I'll try. I will not bow to you, eldest. Don't get your hopes up. Here's my offer. Lift the curse, return my kingdom to Galeran, and forget we exist. And I will forget you exist. Yeah. I'm not going to be so hubris I'm going to try to kill a god. I'll tell him this. This is our final offer. After you speak, silence falls. A deep chasm. Deep as a chasm, light pours from the eyes of the Lantern King's mask. Still the mask of parental care, though you do not mistake for what lies hidden behind it. That's true. He's a man of words, not swords.
So be it. This performance has run its course. It would be unwise to continue. Besides, I've no love of dying, returning to life. My fellow elders are very good at playing especially intricate pranks at that exact moment.
Ah. So we could have defeated him and he'd have to be reborn and then he'd be weakened and he's worried his enemies would take advantage of him in that state.
You were cursed by my will. By my will, you are now free from the curse. May the shackles be broken, fetters be loosened. What's been stolen will be returned. What's been divided will be made open. I say farewell, and release your kingdom to material plane. Go, be glad of your ordinary mortal life. Forget the gods of the first world. Now they no longer concern you.
Guys, I know timing and all, but I gotta make a run to the washroom. I wanna be able to focus on the denouement. I'll be right back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. Calm down. It had to be done. I wonder how long those suckers will hang out thinking, however. It's alright. I just took off. Alright. End dialogue. Achievement unlocked. The Flaming Crown. I hope I get some good end stuff for my gang. Last fight. Oh.
Now that the eldest and other spiteful beings wouldn't be bothering us, the king returned to his subjects and celebrated the victory and the end of the kingdom's miseries with great fanfare. Everything gradually returned to normal, including our exciting lives. Not always peaceful, but also not troubled by invasions from another world. And little by little, our heroes and the common folk began to forget the sorrows of the past.
Except for me, I'm still a fucking book.
Under the wise leadership of the king, the Stolen Lands became a true country. There was still much to be done, of course, and some of it will need to be finished by our heroes' descendants. But there are no longer cut purses on every corner, and the peasants aren't afraid some new self-proclaimed chief will show up and strong-arm himself into power. Just half a year after the war with the First World, Galt moved its troops to the southern border of the kingdom. Their attack was rebuffed. The enemy state's infantry could do little against soldiers who were skilled with their swords and knew the military arts better than the alphabet. Since then, Galt hasn't risked crossing any borders again, fearing cruel retaliation for further insolence.
So, depending on where our kingdom stats were, I'm guessing we're gonna get different endings.
The king's subjects praise his generosity, while citizens of neighboring lands groan from crippling taxes. Citizens of the Stolen Lands have it pretty good. Truth be told, the treasury isn't always capable of paying the royal bills. And the throne room's adornments are clearly decaying. But sometimes you have to buy the people's love. Literally.
That's accurate.
How do you turn the Stolen Lands, savage and unruly, into a stronghold of safety and stability? The king found an answer by creating a police state. There are always some who are unhappy with the excessive interference advisors have in the citizens' lives, of course. But
by creating
are easily overlooked.
A police state.
No kingdom can function without its nobility, and the kingdom in the Stolen Lands is no exception. Landowners, ready to share the burden of ruling alongside the king, grew to be more and more influential over time. And the more pompous the court balls and receptions held by dukes and baronets became, the more eventful were the lives of the
Casual
schemers
police
and
state.
freeloaders who always live within the shadows of the powerful. Using necromancy in service to the state is a solution as bold as it is desperate. Pharasma's church still makes frequent, and frankly reasonable, plans to send a
Shut up,
massive
Lindsay.
crusade against the Stolen Lands to cleanse the nest of vice. The kingdom's citizens, however, not only yielded to the use of an undead workforce, they actually supported it. After all, someone has to do the most dangerous, most unpleasant work.
That's right. My citizens know what's up.
The feud between Brevois North and South, which had been smoldering for ages, finally sparked the fires of civil war. Our troops lent aid to the forces of Restov, led by Sword Lord Jamandi Aldori. After several bloody battles, House Sertova was forced to recognize Restov's independence. The victory came at a high price, but we have no more loyal ally than once more free Rostland.
Okay, that's cool.
Led by careful, level-headed Dugas,
Hey!
the Tiger Lord's tribe reunited and started to lick the wounds left by the erratic Armagh. Little by little, they once again became one of the strongest mercenary armies in the region. Dugath always assured our king of his friendship, But the king always stayed on his toes, understanding that anything could happen when that old fox is around.
That's true.
Pitax almost returned to its former state. A joyful city filled with beers of dubious quality and deals of questionable legality. The old trade houses lost the crown, but they retrieved the property Iravetti had taken from them. Soon, Pitax became almost like a second capital in the kingdom, a thriving city through which rivers of money from across the region ran. Unfortunately, we get much less of this money than we would like. Governor Liachenza turned out to be helpless against widespread embezzlement.
Let him have it. Let him have it. We'll get our due eventually.
Maestro Bellavara gave the Academy of the Arts a second wind. Throwing out mediocre students and sycophants, she gathered within its walls talented visionaries, rebels, and freethinkers. Those whose gifts felt cramped within the walls of more respectable
You're correct.
institutions. She managed to do what Iravetti never could, namely, make the Academy truly famous, albeit scandalously so. And so what if, instead of odes to the king, the Academy releases sneering pamphlets and revolutionary leaflets? It only helps his reputation as a true patron of the arts.
I'll make sure Jathael handles it.
Trolls and kobolds, two of the most savage native peoples living in the Gnarl Marches, were completely exterminated in the region.
Nice.
The forest paths became much safer, and the peasants' cattle have stopped going missing.
Excellent.
Unfortunately, without its founder, Varnhold never really recovered from the blow. Over time, the colony withered away, all the more so when its dwellers continued to disappear under mysterious circumstances. It took less than 2 years for Varnhold to permanently become a ghost town. The only person happy about the news was the king's new advisor, a mysterious and powerful wizard, who still serves the ruler loyally to this day.
Nice. So that's really cool. The idea that Mordecai remains absolutely loyal to us. If a bit mysterious.
After the kobolds and mites disappeared, the empty caves beneath the old sycamore quickly became home to all kinds of disgusting critters.
Damn it!
Centipedes
Forgot to get to
being
that
the most
golden toad.
innocent and pleasant of them.
Hey, Scruffy.
Attempts have been made to clear out the caves, but it never takes long for something to take up residence again. In the end, the decision was made to block the entrances and burn the giant tree down, destroying the roots that held up the ceiling of the caves.
Wow, we just torched the old sycamore. But yeah, Scruffy, this is the end. We're getting the information on what happened because of our actions. That's true, Chaos Geek. It's true. No, it was worth money. I just forgot to grab it. I always said I'd go back and get it. Rafi, it's good morning. Good morning. Hope everyone's doing all right.
Oleg's trading post now resembles a border stronghold more than a haven for merchants and travelers. A town sprung up around it, from which the leader of the guard operates. Oleg and Svetlana aren't too happy about it, but at least they don't have to fear for their lives anymore.
They owe us so much.
Jod and Keston, after surviving the bloom, remained loyal to the king they followed through thick and thin, and they continue to serve as court advisors to this day. The austere priest and the gloomy warrior regularly argue over the proper way to govern the state, as well as which of the two rulers should hear out first. Some things never change.
Well, that's nice. I'm excited to hear what happens to my companions.
Keston Gares took a post as chief of the kingdom's guard. The former heir to a noble family never returned to Brevoy, severing all ties to his kin. However, a few years after the victory over the First World, a girl arrived from Brevoy and soon married Keston. They say Keston started smiling a lot more after that. Jod remained loyal to the king to the end of his days. healing the sick, and generously sharing his austere wisdom with anyone who wished to hear it. And some who didn't. Having fulfilled his duty to the ruler, Erastil's priest peacefully departed this world, surrounded by friends and disciples. The lizard folk of the Longtail tribe returned to live on the shores of Candlemere, but they couldn't return to their ancient way of life. Living alongside people, the lizard folk adopted their behaviors, habits, and even religion. More and more of the Longtail tribe pray not to the spirits of their ancestors, but to Erastil or Gorum. They even began to forget their original language. I hope someone writes down their songs and legends before they all sink into oblivion.
We civilized them. Uncomfortable. Civilized in quotes.
A delegation of wizards from Absalom and other areas appeared in the kingdom one day, asking for permission to examine the lair of the Lich Farneris the Thoughtful. After completing their research, the wizards spent a long time thanking the king for freeing the world of that monster. In their opinion, he'd been capable of causing the end of the world, maybe even 2 worlds. Evindra was glad to see the Lantern King's plans turn to dust. She spent some time helping restore the kingdom after the calamity, then returned home to the First World. They say the rebellious spirit of her cousin Nyrissa awoke within her as well. Evindra is said to recount our story to the Fae, encouraging them to question the power and might of the eldest.
Yes, like, oh yeah, leeches are bad. We don't tolerate that kind of crap in our kingdom. Have you met my advisor, Mager?
After the victory, the storyteller abandoned his affairs and began spending a lot of time alone in contemplation. He eventually bid farewell to the king and left his lands. But I suspect the inhabitants of Golarion haven't heard the last of this mysterious traveler, for his own story is hardly finished. We never saw Amiri again. Perhaps she got lost somewhere in the First World. Or maybe she found some other way back. Who knows? I doubt that stubborn barbarian would just vanish without a trace. As for the 6 bears, they returned to the mountains, out to the farthest, wildest backwoods they could find, and lived there ruled by their primal laws. Valerie stayed to serve the king, but not for long. She soon laid down her weapon to start her own family. Valerie married a simple farmer and bore him 2 beautiful children. They settled away from the capital, where she was soon forgotten.
Well, how about that? A very mundane end for Valerie.
Harren became famous, respected by dwarves
Me
throughout
neither.
our kingdom, as well as our neighbors, even as far as the 5 Kings Mountains. He's often been asked to help out or teach others, and he's never denied anyone, despite his grumbling. Some people even listen to his preaching. Lucky for us, there is a lot less howling about the end of the world now, and more wise words of moderation and humility. Not all of his disciples turned to Grotus, but everyone took away something useful from his teachings. Jaethal spent some time at the king's court, but it became progressively harder for her to hide her true nature from the omnipresent servants of Pharasma. Realizing the risk, she reluctantly left the kingdom, and she soon sent a message from Geb. In a country populated mainly by undead, Jaethal fit in well, especially with her skills and Urgathoa's blessing. She quickly gained fame and influence there, even gaining the favor of Erasni, the de facto ruler of Geb.
Nice. Good ending for Jaethal.
Octavia stayed in the capital as the king's advisor and loyal companion. A true socialite, and one of the most influential and desirable women in the entire kingdom. The balls put on by Octavia were frequented by nobility from every neighboring country, and she enjoys bragging to barons and counts alike that she achieved her status all on her own. A common half-breed with no family to speak of. Only Rigongar spoils her happiness. They fight constantly, and she fears that his drinking or some other stupid trick of his will drive him to an early grave.
Oh no.
Rigongar hung up his sword and began the life of luxury he'd always wanted.
Nice.
Admirers lined up outside his door, women and men alike. He indulged in every pleasure, wearing luxurious clothes and hosting orgies that would make Calistria blush. He quarreled more and more often with Octavia, who feared his drinking and unruly temper would drive him to an early grave. After these fights, he'd drown his resentment in wine. These days, he's hardly ever sober, and his trembling hands can barely even hold a sword.
Well, that's probably for the best. He would have probably tried to kill me at some point.
After the war ended, Ekin hung up his bow on the wall and traded the path of the ranger in for the craft of the carpenter. It may not be the most heroic ending to a tragic story like his, but as Torag is my witness, Ekin's happy with it, as is Alina, who became his wife and is bearing his child. Any baby born into this family will be pretty lucky, since the king himself still visits his old friend and will likely become the child's patron.
Very accurate.
Jubilost returned to the life of a traveling explorer, frequently visiting his favorite kingdom. He said so himself. His famous work studying the First World all opened with a dedication to his longtime companion, the king. Sometimes, during Jubilost's performances, all kinds of chaos would break loose. Viewers turned into unicorns, or would be teleported to the top of a cliff.
Oh my god.
Jubilost would be seen arguing fiercely with a pretty gnome named Nerv. The arguments looked very sweet and intimate.
Didn't see that ending coming. Huh. Well, that's nice.
Word of the glorious king traveled far, and stories of his tiefling partner spread just as quickly. Many of these tales were spoken in hushed whisper, for no one wanted to incur Canera's displeasure by a careless word. Being one of the most influential figures in the kingdom, she uses her powers skillfully and prudently to increase its wealth and the influence of the king. The crown on her head only strengthened Canera's position. Those who know her well often wonder if there is more cold calculation in the royal couple than love. But none doubt the strength of their union.
And Quaid doesn't care. He was like, this is a business deal. With benefits.
Despite all the woes that befell the country, our king remains a strong leader. Many noble houses from neighboring lands wouldn't hesitate to be related to him, and they regularly send a variety of marriage proposals.
Ooh, cuckoo.
As for myself, the author of this book, Lindsay, who never chose a pretty nickname, I stayed here, within my own book, to watch what happens in the kingdom, and one day write this epilogue. I hope, O honored reader, that you learned something important from this story, or at least were entertained by it. And now that it's concluded, I have only to set the final period and go silent forever.
So long, Lindsay. There we go, folks. Stories end. Well, that was quite the game. Let's take a look. My last save file says 6 days, 14 hours, 15 minutes. You guys do the math. That's a lot of time. We did the number on ran the numbers on this one. This was a chunk of content. So what's next? As I said, I'm gonna be taking the rest of the day off to start working on a review I need to do. Around there. Just kidding. Miko silent. Blah. Yeah, that would make sense for Lindsay. I'm going to take the rest of the day. I'm going to take my regular days off this weekend. I'm going to be working on the review throughout the weekend and hopefully have something for you guys next week. Speaking of next week, it's next week, isn't it? Next week, the 2nd? I think. Yeah, next week. Wrath of the Righteous drops. And we'll be starting that up. I'll be playing a much different kind of character. Nice,
Diplomatic connection established.
brave, honorable, and true, and half-orc paladin. Looking forward to it. I think it's going to be quite the experience. Thursday next week. Did I get that day wrong? Thursday? Oh yeah, Thursday's the 2nd. That's right. All right, gang. Yeah, I'm waiting for the update too, but I agree, Chaos Geek. Gang, we're going to pass this stream on to somebody else. I want to thank you all for dropping by here for the end of Pathfinder Kingmaker. It was a lot of fun. And yeah, we'll be back next week for Wrath of the Righteous, which should be a lot of fun. That was a crazy adventure. Easily the best CRPG I've played in a long time. And we're going to visit... All right, we'll drop by. What he's up to. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we're out of here. We'll see you later. Take care. And yeah, this was a lot of fun. Until next time.